Hey man, it's Lauren. Good to see you. You were probably a little triggered by the title, and that's good because it's meant to. You became the boy begging for love instead of the man who leads it. Let's be real. Most men won't admit that this is exactly what they've become. But if you're watching this video right now, chances are high. You know it's true. You feel it not just in your head, you feel it in your chest, that subtle tightness, that deep knowing that somewhere along the way you lost your center. There was a time when you had direction, when your life had movement, when you felt like the man in charge. But then she came along, and without even realizing it, you started adjusting, compromising, giving more than you got, silencing your voice just to keep the peace, laughing at things you didn't find funny, saying yes when you meant no. And worst of all, you started to ask for love instead of embodying it. See, a man who leads doesn't ask for permission to be loved. He stands in who he is, firm, grounded, unwavering. He doesn't need approval. He doesn't chase validation because he knows his value. He is his value. But the boy inside of you, he still thinks he needs to earn love, that he has to be good, nice, agreeable, perfect, just not to be left. And man, that's where you lose yourself. You stopped leading, you stopped choosing yourself. And what's wild is, she might not even have asked you to give up your permission, to give up your mission. But you did it anyway. You made her your queen, put her on the throne, on the pedestal, handed over your crown, and hoped that in return she would love you forever, right? Let me tell you something that stings, but might set you free. A woman can't love a man who won't lead himself. She can feel your uncertainty. She can smell your hesitation, and she starts to doubt you because you doubt yourself. She doesn't want your perfection. She wants your presence, your clarity, your groundedness, and especially your truth. That's super important, man. But how can you give her that when you don't even give it to yourself? Man, I've been there so many times. I remember a relationship where I thought I had found the one. She was beautiful, charming, fun, intelligent, and I wanted to give her the world. But in the process, I lost my own. My friends would joke behind my back, Lawrence, girl, got his balls in her purse. And you know what? They were right. I abandoned the things I loved. I stopped showing up for my own life. I lost all polarity and I became the exact man I swore I'd never become. The man who needs her more than he needs himself. And here's the most dangerous part: you don't even notice it happening. It's slow, subtle. So you give up a little more every day until one day you wake up and you don't recognize the man in the mirror. You traded your edge for comfort, your power for approval, your fire for safety. And now you're wondering why you're exhausted, why you feel numb, why she seems distant, why sex feels off, why your gut is screaming but your mouth is silent. So let's cut through the fog. This isn't just about her, it's about you. And the boy inside of you. It was never shown what it means to be a man. Maybe you grew up without a strong male role model. Maybe you were raised to please, to obey, not to upset anyone. Maybe you were punished for setting boundaries. Maybe you were excluded at school and always just wanted to belong. And maybe every relationship you've entered since then was just an unconscious attempt to finally be chosen. But hear me loud and clear. You don't need to be chosen. You need to choose yourself. Every time I abandon myself to be loved, I teach others I'm not worth staying for. Read that again, because that's the hard truth. You can't expect others to love you deeply when you keep betraying yourself. Now, if you're still here, I know one thing about you. You're done. You're tired of this version of yourself. You're ready to stop playing small. You're ready to reclaim what you gave away. And man, that starts now. Not next week, not after she texts back, not once you feel ready. Now, because the longer you wait, the deeper you drift into the identity of the boy. And look, if this video spoke to you in any way, if you felt something shift inside, and you believe this message needs to reach more men, go ahead and like the video. It's a small gesture, but it helps spread something that matters, and it supports the work I'm doing here. You don't have to share it. Just a like helps a lot. And for those of you who really want to go deeper, who want to break this pattern on a real level, I've created a 7-day reset, a coaching journey that might help you. It's linked below. But don't check it out unless you're serious or if you're looking for a magic pill. Because truth is, everyone wants healing until they realize the medicine is discipline. And this is real work, man. This is you versus your old identity, and not every man is ready for that, but maybe you are. All right, and if so, I'll see you inside, and hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any video. Let's go, man. See you then.